Driver, start your engine!
Welcome to Dover, race number 7 here at Dover. We haven't found a complete replacement for Derek Lawson, but Classic Amy is indeed okay. She's going to be back next week, but Classic Sonic is going to fill in for her. The 59 car hasn't had a proper replacement, but it's going to be that crew member for this race at least. So those points are going to carry over to race number 7 since there is no full-time replacement for him. But we're going to kick that crew member out of that car when we have the chance. That's what we're going to do about that. So, in Classic Amy, since it's only one race that she's missing, we'll get the points of whatever Classic Sonic can do. As Blake Darnell, our champion from last season, is going to lead us to green. Rowdy, our championship leader right now, is in 3rd. And Lucas Drake Sr., who has just had the worst wreck avoidance, is somehow in 4th. Emmanuel, who had that tumble after everybody slipped in oil and slammed the wall and flipped over, is starting 2nd this week. And we're going to be going green. Absolute cinema. And hopefully this race is absolute cinema and nobody, or at least we don't have 17,000 wrecks. We could have a fatality and this race could be amazing. And I'm not saying that because I want one. Or more, I should say. I think they're wrecking already. I saw a car like kind of go sideways. Yep, there it is. Yep. Anybody gonna do the Joey Logano? Anybody flipped over? No, he tried to though. I mean, that's the same number font. Just in case it's stuck in the wall. Oh my! Can I get to him, please? Oh, he already disappeared, and we have more wrecking up here. Oh no, this ain't good for the leaders unless they already caught the pace car. Oh, and the 32 stuck in the pit wall. What the? Yeah, just in case. Seems like he just likes breaking walls, because I believe he broke a wall at Las Vegas in Season 1, I believe. As we're going to watch a replay with just in case, as we haven't made one full lap yet, which I've seen them make one full laps in multiple here at Dover, so I'm not concerned about it. What happened? Curious Rat loses control after hitting the apron, just loses all control, and then just stuck in the wall, and then comes out, clips the 23 car. I think that's what causes this wreck up ahead, was because, yeah, the 23 car is sideways, gets hit by Fowler, the Daytona winner, and then a couple more cars fly in ahead of the pack after they plowed in from behind, which, I mean, this track is very narrow, so it's a self-cleaning racetrack, and also just everything flies down to the bottom of the track, and they're trying to get around the bottom of the track, and they just can't do it. And then you got these, they're still wrecking back here. I'll watch what happened to Colin Coropoli here, as I believe he is going to get hit by Dean Ball, or going to have somebody slide up in front of him, like Sage Fontaine here. Let's see. Oh, it's a checkup. Bobby Lobotomy checked up behind Phoenix Morgan and lost it, and everybody went in the wall. Oh, up in the air on 2 wheels, back on the ground. Goes Bobby Lobotomy, and then everybody else just kind of piles in. I mean, where else are going to go after this? Like that. And then the 2 car, or the 02 car almost turned over after getting a little touched by Josh there. Not on board. Drone cam, as you see the wreck happening behind, and then you see him get stuck, and then you're going to see some cars, I think. No, you're not going to see cars. Now you're going to see cars. And then you're going to probably see the 3 and the 28, or 32 here in a second, maybe. Nope. Junior, as he just had the worst laps pretty much, as you're going to probably get the perfect spot of the watch Bobby Lobotomy. Yeah, everybody just checked up on the inside and eventually just didn't work out. Spray Dawn, that treat snatches in there. You see Gigi Johnson passing by, ADS Speedy at Carmack Lake. Trickley Plant there. Not that much damage. Same with ADS Speedy and Carmack Lake. And then, when I say that, here comes, I believe, yeah, that's Classic Sonic. But I don't think that's what causes him to spin. It's right here. The 51 turns the 55 into the 44, hard in the wall for the 55. I believe the 43 did too. I wasn't paying attention for him. So we're coming back to green with Blake Darnell still the leader. And again, still the last season champion. Third place is still the points leader of this season. Rowdy, I believe that if he does win this championship, that will be his second championship. And he seemed to like to flip and qualify, apparently. Like, he flipped in practice at the Moon, and then flipped in qualifying at Daytona earlier this season. And at the Moon, I believe it was last season. But anyhow, he's up here. I think any season that he's able to flip and qualify or practice, he does good in. Not Matty D won the first championship, that's right. And then season 2 was Lucas Drake, and then season 3 was Blake Darnell, and then this season Rowdy. So it wouldn't be 2. I am not remembering Lucas Drake Sr., by the way, for season 2. Oh, okay, we're good with Emmanuel there. I mean, I seen it last time, and it didn't work out last time, but it works out this time. Everybody seems to be good. We made one lap for the leaders, at least. I don't know if these guys are going to make one lap. Oh, they did. Okay. We can pay attention to Blake Darnell for a while, then, since we're starting to get a little bit of a run in. This track is... we're pretty much guaranteed to pass some lap cars, because the season 1, when we went here, we did pass some lap cars. The only reason why we didn't come back was because it wasn't particularly exciting, because we didn't. It was a lot of crashes between, or a lot of crashes back to back to back to back to back, and then great racing after that. This time, so far, we're actually, actually doing a race. These guys back here might wreck, though. That's the issue. But honestly, we made so many laps already, and this track is a really quick track, so I mean, it wouldn't matter to me. But it wouldn't say that this race is bad, since we've done a pretty good run so far compared to the last race, which we're already making talks with some other tracks with the Moon replacement. With the biggest hope to be Homestead. Homestead might be coming back since season 1 after that abomination. But we're going to obviously do some modifications to try to make the package good for racing instead of good for wrecking. As we're kind of just settling in now. It's kind of like the Daytona races, where if we get all the wrecks out very early, we get a good run, and then once in a while there'll be a wreck, which is like perfect. Doesn't need to be any different than that. Let's look back here. I don't think these guys would ever wreck in the first place. I think they're just too spread apart to even pressure each other. I know when I'm gonna say that, there's gonna be like a hellacious wreck or something that's gonna go on. He saw me pass by the points leader, who has lost a position. Now Lucas Drake Sr. is now in second. And then oh, there has been a caution, I was right. And there's Colin Cropley and Spray Dot that treat Snatcher. Everybody else is good. It's probably what looks to be a tame crash. Keep it going, Junior. Come on. So you watch the 5102. As you see, the 02 just on the apron, and I think does the apron thing where he just slides up. Yep. And then boom, boom, boom. Synchronized rear end hits. Promptly real quick. Ooh. You can feel the car just sit down right there and just go straight. Coming back to green, as we got 2 lap down cars on the inside, which I think has been the same, so that's not really news. As long as the majority of the field can get by those lap cars, there might be a good chance that we can get at least up in front, up in like the top 4 of some good racing. But I think these lap cars are just not enough, not total enough. They need to be totaled more or on the lead lap, so then they don't cause any separation like that. That's exactly what's happening right there. 3 wide right here. This might not be good for classic Sonic. Oh, Curious in the wall hard, and then keep it green. Keep it green so far. Still green, still green. And they wrecked more up here. Oh, Justin Tortain up and over. Now Dean Ball's up and over. Well, that turned... Okay, well, I mean, at least we know that they can still wreck. I mean, it's not bad. So first, let's look at Curious Rise. He's going to hit the wall and come back down in the 80 speedy and then get hooked. And then take a wall up into the inside wall. Right at the Toyota logo. Them cheating Toyotas. And then we're gonna watch Justin Tortain Dean Ball, as I believe Justin Tortain does what everybody has done to cause a wreck so far, is hit the apron and then slide straight up. And that's exactly what's setting up to happen. Yep. It just barely clipped Dean Ball too. It wasn't... Oh, just a hit in the wall is what tipped him over. Goes barreling multiple times. Clips Rusty Bumpman, who goes into the outside wall. Finally gets back onto the wheels. Right as everybody comes back into frame. And then the 8 car hits the 2 car, which then hits the rear end and the 3 car and tumbles him over. And then the 24 slams into the 8 car. And then you have the little jam up there on the outside for whatever reason. So we're going to watch the drone cam. You can see Curious is going to get wrecked back there. He's going to see it wham. And then you're going to see the 92 slide up into this 2 car here. Boom. And then you're going to see the 2 car eventually turn over here in a couple seconds. So we're going to be back green here soon, shortly. Hopefully, maybe the lap cars can get a good start, so then maybe we can get some of these lap cars out of the way. So we can have the lead lap cars be able to fight for a win instead of having to deal with lap cars being in the way, as I'm going to show you the positions, because I haven't been doing that. And there's another thing about this race. Only 39 cars are able to enter this race, so 4 of them aren't able to even make it. No, that's wrong. That's 3 cars actually that aren't able to make it. That'd be the 40th, 41st, and 42nd car. This is the only race that does that. And we had it happen at what race was it? I think it was last season or season. It was season 1 that had the same thing. So it was something that has been known, and I knew it when I just realized that it happened. That it does happen. And we are wrecking. Curious or not, that's comment portraying. The leader has wrecked. Blake Darnell has wrecked. I don't know what caused him to wreck. And Derek Lawson was just upside down. Actually, that's not Derek Lawson. What am I talking about? He died. That's the crew member of Derek Lawson. I guess, I mean, I just kind of have to call him Derek Lawson because we don't even know his pit crew name. Oh, and your points leader just destroyed his car. So there were 3 wide, and the lap cars are what caused him to wreck. Because he gets into the wall and then bounces off the 28 car just in case. So that's what caused them to wreck, and also what caused Blake Darnell to get out of the lead. I think he's going to get the lead back, depending on if he can get back in time, but I don't know. Derek Lawson's pit crew member that's subbing for the dead Derek Lawson is going to just... I mean, he has no racing experience, so it makes sense of why he kind of just... I mean, he didn't really plow, but it makes sense of why he had the worst part of that wreck. And Josh plowed in, and right there, he just gets tumbled over. Kind of gets carried by Plant's rear spoiler a little bit. Alright, we finally racked him up correctly, so Blake Darnell will still have the lead. Where even is everybody else that were up here in the first place? Oh, that's not looking good. Okay, so a couple of them had to resort to going down pit lane and stuck a lap down. Probably more of the issue of having to wait for the leader and then being stuck. But now only 26 cars on the lead lap, while the rest are a lap down, and 3 of them aren't even in this race. Let's see if I can name one off the bat of who's not in this race. That's too hard, because I can't remember. I can't figure that out. Alright, come on, boys. Let's get some good racing in again, please. It might not happen since they are double wide, and the first wreck was because they were double wide and somebody was incompetent. Oh boy, they're wrecking. They're definitely gonna wreck soon. They're definitely gonna wreck now, and that's exactly what happened. And more wrecking, and more wrecking, and more wrecking. I'm just kind of getting sick. I mean, this ain't as bad as Moon, because we did do a pretty good run before that. Oh, Timothy! Oh no! With the car already destroyed, Tristan Fowler just dumped him into the outside wall, or inside wall again. So here's Tristan Fowler, he's doing the exact same thing, god damn it. This time I'm gonna get into Logan Stewart. Hard in the wall for Logan Stewart, almost got stuck. You could see him kind of hesitate of getting stuck in the wall again. Again, we had a red flag for that. And then the 10 car hits the 50 or 46, and I guess the 46 car just had inferior rage against the 10 car instead of the 59 who plowed in there at the end and decided, I'm just gonna hook you, bud, and you're gonna go into the inside wall. Oh! Here's Not Mad Dude, who's been, I think, his 3rd wreck of the race so far. I mean, that time didn't really do anything wrong. The 02 slid up and hit him into the wall. Couldn't really do anything about that. On more of racer on Yime, who took that inside wall hit late in the race as the Moon. Got screwed out of the wing because he got dumped. Pretty good job getting around there. Kind of got a little bit of like some paint grazed off the car, but he almost had the 10 car flying in behind him who got dumped into the inside wall and flew up behind him and hit him, but luckily didn't have that happen. Now we're back, we're coming back to green. As you see, Jimmy McGraw in 2nd, who was your Talladega winner after that pretty amazing finish. I will give Jimmy McGraw that, even though Wyatt Sinclair, who I don't think no, it wasn't him who died at whatever that race was that gave Jimmy McGraw the car in the first place. It wasn't Wyatt Sinclair. I don't think it was Wyatt Sinclair. I think Wyatt Sinclair died at Las Vegas in the 71 in season 1, and then whoever died in season 3 gave Jimmy McGraw that car. I don't remember who was in the 71 before that. I'm actually concerned. But we're getting going here. As Blake Darnell is going to lead us to green, coming down to true number 1 frames. See, little Timmy one lap down, but his car looks a lot better than Dave Ball, so there's much more chance of that happening to be able to get his lead lap back. And they're wrecking again. You see it back there in the back rear view. Doesn't matter. Yeah, they're wrecking hard. Probably wrecking up here too. Surprised they weren't wrecking up here. Oh, so Dean Ball did get his lap back, and little Timmy, I believe, got his lap back too. Let's check this out. Oh. How many laps down is he? I can't. Where even is he? Oh, he's 2nd. What is happening? Okay, so he must have went in on the. Okay, he must have went inside when the 1 lap car was slowing everybody down. I'm stupid. Sorry. If that was the case, then that's the case. If he somehow tripped the wires and made himself gain a lap, that was weird. Just want to spray down a treat snatcher through this wreck, as we're gonna see them wrecking. Oh, he gets hooked to the inside wall. Up and over he goes, and then he comes back down on his wheels as he comes up, sliding back up across the track into Josh, and then Curious gets a little damage there, just in case is in it. Tristan Fowler is going to get in it right there, slide down the racetrack, and I believe going to catch Sage Fontaine? No, Sage Fontaine passes by, but I think he was already in the wreck anyways. A pit crew member, Derek Lawson, who passed away last week. So you're going to see the car go upside down, back on its wheels, and then the 59 is just going to wait for the 26 to get it righted, so he doesn't get any damage from that. Drone cam with the 51 car as it hits the wall, comes down, gets into the 26, goes upside down after hitting the wall and the 26, comes back up in the 3, hits the wall really hard, and gets the 28 car involved. One more camera angles, we're going to watch Not Matty D this time. And then just goes bam, bam, all the way up on the roof, come back down onto the wheels, come back up in traffic. 26 car pretty much ends his wreck right here, and then everybody else goes up in the wall up ahead. This race is definitely feeling a lot better. It's not as grueling. I mean, all these cars lapped down is what's causing this wreck to be, or this race to be even more grueling than what it should be. But luckily we had that big run in the beginning of the race after the first caution, because that what caused us to even have this. And then we had one run where we had a couple laps go and then a wreck, which was also nice, because then we didn't have to deal with, you know, caution after caution after caution. Hopefully we can get one lap in real quick, and then if they wreck, they wreck. But if we can get one lap in real quick, it'll speed up the process here, you know. And the racing. I think they just died back here. Yep, they're dying big here. Not that anybody actually did die. It's just they're dying, like, internally probably. So here's plant. This is what happened in the plant. What? Did I just say dub plant? No, plant. Dub plant. He gets piled in there, and then he gets stuck on an apron, and I think he was just so, like, done with this that he's so sickened by how bad this has been so, like, lately, that he's been throwing up down pit lane. After he got towed, he just threw up because he's like, this is sickening, we need to get some green flag laps in. I agree, we need some green flag laps in. What caused it? Haley Deegan just was... Oh, Lucas Drake Jr. just came up the racetrack while she was coming down the racetrack. And that was really abrupt and weird. And then here comes everybody else, as this is a really good camera to show everybody. See them plowing into each other back there, trying to stop, but they can't really do it. So they kind of just plow in. Not much you can do there. Here's Justin Tortain, who was upside down earlier in this race. Hopefully that takes out some of the cars out of the race and there's less cars on the inside, because that seems to be the problem so far. As he gets hit a little bit, but not too bad of damage. That's right, he was the one that tried to hook Bilgan Stewart into the pit wall and then turned around. Pretty simple. Almost gets hit by Classic Sonic. Gets hit by Tristan Fowler though. Blake Darnell still the leader. Little Timmy, the only competition he has currently, besides all these goddamn lap cars. We need to take half of those lap cars out of this race so that we can have at least some racing to go. I'm cheering for Little Timmy because he only has one career win. Blake Darnell has a championship, so of course I'm going with the person with one lap or one win. And he's actually going to be cleared of Carmack Lake, so he's going to have a chance. He's going to have a chance. Let's see if it happens, but I don't think we're going to even see what happens because I think they're going to wreck back here anyways, again. Yep, there they go. Yep, somebody just slammed the wall. That was the Lawson's pit crew member and Dean Ball. Somebody wrecked up here too. Oh, this is work. What is it with Classic Amy having these weird ass crashes? Oh, and then Timothy just slammed the pit wall, and then Spray Dog and the Tree Snatcher just got hit by... Oh, what just... Oh, okay. Oh. And then, what is going... see, that's why I mean that we need to take out more drive... Oh no, Timothy's not okay. You're not, or he's not okay mentally, because he wants to get down pit lane, that's for sure. Also, I misspoke. It wasn't Classic Amy, it was Classic Sonic. But what is the deal with these? What is the deal with the driver that drives a 70 car? Because the 70 cars seem to be in the worst. Like they just go flying for no reason. Like she's good and then goes flying. Oh, that's like a Ryan Police. That's like a blowover right there. Flow over, actually, a flow over. We have flow over at Dover. Like, what? Like, what is going on in this race? This race has definitely been a race of all time. That's for sure. I can say that. Doesn't mean much, but okay. And then here comes Derek Lawson, who hits the 51 as the 51 is trying to avoid the 6 car. The 51 car almost turns over because of it. And then, if I can get to the 99 car, that's 23, that's good enough. Just gets driven underneath by Dean Ball, and then the 99 JJ Johnson. I don't think actually turned over, so we can't say his nickname came into fruition there. Slow-mo replay on board with Classic Sonic and Classic Amy's car, who is substituting for her because of what happened last race. And he's just gonna like try to stop, clips the 53 just barely, and then gets slammed by the cars that were plowing in, and does a blow over, land back on the wheels. One more replay for J.D. Johnson Jr. here. Yeet. Oh. Interesting. We're gonna come back green. Little Timmy is trying to get around the lap cars and Blake Darnell just hasn't had the time to do it because they're just in the way and wrecking everybody. We just need to destroy all those lap cars. We need one big wreck with the lap cars that destroy every single one of them so we can just get going for once. He's still going to get around the lap car quickly, but it's just... he's not close enough to Blake Darnell after that to do something about it. Because then they wreck again. Look at this. They're going to wreck. I guarantee you. Somebody is definitely wrecking here. Oh, I thought we made a lap. We technically made a lap. The leaders made a lap. Oh, come on, Timmy. Oh, he's doing it. He's doing it. Come on. Are you serious? Apparently, okay, well, that's just great. Oh, the 26 car I think is finally just finished. The 58 car I think finally is finished. I think the 10 car is just finally done. Never mind. He's just, the pit crew probably told him to get back out there, and he's like, no. Well, one of those cars that I saw really slow is Just In Case. So let's see what happened to Just In Case, because it did happen back here somewhere. Let's see what happened. Something happens in front, and then. Really? Oh, and Nanico hit the pit wall. Like, literally hit the pit wall this time. So Frosty Musty just drove up the racetrack after hitting the apron, came up into the 58, which then clips the 23 and the 26 and not Mag D. And then while Nanico's trying to get out of this mess, he comes down, hits Sage Fontaine, turns him up the racetrack, and then hits the pit wall. That was stupid, to say the least. And the grace of God has, like, risen over little Timmy now, because now the lap cars are now in single file motion. So that means they're behind little Timmy, which is perfect for him, because that means he can actually try to pass Blake Darnell before turn 1 or turn 3. Because we know there's going to be another wreck, because since there's slower cars ahead of faster cars, they're going to get too wide, and then somebody's going to lose it. If not now, it's going to be later. Alright, I have it now, so we have a chance of actually ending this under green. But little Timmy, here he comes. Here he comes. First grader, come on. Get one for the first graders. He got a little too low there. He kind of got washed. And then Colin Cropley is going to be the death of him here. Because he's just going to be in the way. He just needs to back off, let him race his race, because he's not going to get his lap back. Even if they crash right now, he ain't getting no lap back. Because the leader's not going to let him go anyway, so what's the point? Oh, there's a caution. Well, We're definitely getting a green flag finish now, because the 26, he just needs to get off the damn racetrack. Jesus Christ. He's just destroyed now this time. He's really done it this time. His rear end and front end look like absolute dog. One replay, because I mean, it was a one crash or one car incident, I guess. So let's see what happened. And then, just in case, probably wrecked him. No, it was Musty, actually. I'm stupid. Yeah, he just, yep. Yep. Would have saved it if that didn't happen. I knew the back markers would have wrecked, but it was definitely later than now, that's for sure. Alright, little Timmy, come on. The only under 18 driver that we have. And we're gonna have 4 to go this time. This is his only chance. Because if we get a caution now, it's guaranteed to be under yellow. So he's gonna have to get by him quick. If not right now, but he has a bad start there, that's not going to help him. What can help him though is guys that are slower than the fast cars get out of the way enough to help, and that was almost just not even close. Like, come on, get to him, you're going to have to get to him right now. Oh boy. There's definitely been a wreck. There has been a wreck. A car has turned over, I think, in turn 4, but it's staying green. Oh, that gave little Timmy some room behind him. I'm pretty sure a car turned over in turn 3 back the last lap, but 2-0 on 2 laps to go. Come on. You got that. I think that's just a camera, actually. I think I'm dumb. I think it's just a camera. Come on, please. I know you're a champion. I'm supposed to pull for everybody equally, but come on. White flag, boys. Come on, let's see. Can he make it in time? I don't... Oh, he got too loose there in turn 1. He's not going to make it. Blake Darnell is going to win this race. Unless something tragic happens to him. Nope, Blake Darnell is going to win here at Dover. And I believe there has been a wreck in turn 4. I'm scared. I'm scared for these guys back here. I believe there's been a wreck somewhere. No, I guess we're good. We made it fully green back to the finish. Okay, so Blake Darnell, your winner. After a lot better race in the moon. I mean, we've actually had runs, like real life green flag runs. And little Timmy just missing out on the win. But still a very good race. Same with Jimmy McGraw, even though he got stuck behind Conrad Petrenko, who was a lap down car. So looking at the standings, Jimmy McGraw is now your championship leader. As Rowdy's dropped down to 3rd with his horrible race, last race and this race. Pop Cutis is now in 2nd, which he has had definitely a championship run. This is just not the best in the last couple seasons, but this is his best chance so far. Rowdy in 3rd now, as I said before. Deegan 4th. Fowler in 5th. Drake Jr. in 6th. Lobotomy in 7th. Blake Darnell, who won that last race, who's a past champion, is now in 8th. Not bad for him. Little Timmy in 11th. That's like, honestly, last season he did get, I believe, 6th. I think these last 2 races he can get to about, let's see here, maybe 5th. Depending on how everybody else does. I don't think he's going to be able to win because this championship battle is pretty much between these 3 right here. And maybe Deegan, but that's about it. But yeah, so we're going to have to find a replacement for the 59 driver, or car, which is currently 29th right now after that last race because of the way that worked. Okay, so Racer Yaim didn't make it. Oh no, Ozcan didn't make it that race. Ibrahimian, I don't think made it that race either. Yeah, he didn't make it that race either. And then Darson didn't make it that race. Which honestly was better for Darson. I think Darson was scared because he did have that bad wreck at Dover in Season 1 where he slammed the wall pretty hard. McGraw, your points there, and that'll be it for this race. And then we'll move on to Coca-Cola for the Coca-Cola race, which is going to be 38 laps.